Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Just gonna go live just for a very short period of time. If anybody's online, sorry I can't do it in a bit. Bit busy Sunday. Hi Andrew Robertson, how are you? The Saint first. Oh, you just missed out there, buddy. Cobby says hello, Andy. How are you? Hi Raza. Vinny the vegan. Always makes me laugh, that name, Vinny the vegan. Hi Andy, how are you, buddy? Mark the Blue is on. Hi mate, you saw me standing alone, says England's finest. Danny 2ME, afternoon Andy, how are you mate? Hope you're having a nice bank holiday weekend. Abhishek Tembi says, hi mate, how are you? I'm very good. This is going to be a short one. I've got the house to myself for about 20 minutes, so I thought I'd do it. Otherwise, my lads and my wife are going to come in and out, in and out, in and out. So I'm just jumping on this as a quick opportunity to interact with you guys, because later on, it's going to get a bit busy around my house and things like that with dinner and everything else. So anyway, let's have a quick look. Stadium expansion soon, the Sane. No expansion will happen until the government decides what's happening with safe standing. There's no point starting to rebuild with a load new, more seats and things like that until the government give the go ahead. If you check out we talked about safe standing with the interview we did with Jonathan Northcroft the other day, the Sunday Times correspondent, and same thing. It's that everyone's just waiting and waiting and waiting. There's been 2 or 3 good sort of examples of where maybe they'll change their mind, but ultimately the government are going to have the last say in this, certainly for Premier League teams. So we'll wait and see, and there's no point in putting in plans for expansion and that if suddenly next minute, they say, okay, here's the go-ahead, and you've already submitted plans for a whole seater stadium and things like that. So Liverpool got lucky. Well, what's new? What is new? I mean, it's like I said, it's in our hands. We can't worry what Liverpool do. We've got 2 games to win, and we're champions regardless of whether they get, numerous dubious penalties and, free kicks and things like that. I mean, the one last night, was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what the linesman is doing. He's 5-6 yards away from it, and how he thinks that is a free kick, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Liverpool could have defended. Newcastle could have defended it. They didn't. So that's the way it goes. Corby, Duncan Castle's reported about an incident between Sane and Pep during training. Any truth in it? Yeah, it seems like there is some truth. What the exact truth is, I don't know. But yeah, it seems there was a little bit of a something or nothing. These things happen in training every day. I'm sure it just... because Sane's contract is in the press news at the moment. Says there was a bit of a confrontation. Now that's nothing new. So I wouldn't read too much into that. Duncan Castle's article that he did in the Daily Record yesterday morning was actually a decent read. As much as we all sort of take the piss out of Duncan Castles and things like that, he's actually a decent journalist. Don't always agree with his views, but he did do a decent article yesterday about the whole Leroy Sane situation. If you haven't seen it, go over and read it. It's worth a read. He did die, but all teams died. Yeah, but Liverpool, I must admit, and I'm not trying to be, just because we're Man City Fan TV, Liverpool this season, I think somebody did a look back and 15 goals have been given, or goals have come from 15 very, very, very suspect decisions, which is, it shows you. But yeah, all teams get decisions, but I think you've had this season an incredible amount of decisions, Andrew Robertson, I'll be honest with you. Liverpool are relentless. Yeah, it is, as JJ Trading Academy says. Got to give them credit, mate. They keep going, and that's a sign of a great team. Dottore, CTID, hey Andy, how's it going? I'm good, buddy. Semper Liber. The Liverpool win last night was so deflating. The team always scores late goals, elite mentality. Sorry, might be my lad coming in, I'm not sure. Yeah, it probably is. Come in. Sorry, he's just coming in now. Yeah, it's one of those, at the end of the day. Late goals are late goals. I mean, we've had them, let's face it, so we can't complain. Hello, Andy. How are we today? Very good, Gary. How are you, buddy? Is it bank holiday over there in Hamburg? What else have we got on here? I'm getting sick and tired of decisions that go for Liverpool. Like I said, mate, it's in our hands. It's over to us regardless. I said it probably is going to go to the last game of the season. So it's out of their results are out of our hands. So all we can do, everything has been in our hands for the last few months now. So if we beat Leicester and then we beat Brighton, it makes absolutely no difference. The only thing would be is that, Liverpool to get 1 point behind us and then win nothing this season is going to be absolutely deflating for them. Havinder Pal, I'm getting sick and tired. Oh, sorry, I've read that. Sane cannot leave. He belongs here. I agree. Hi, Nigel. How are you, mate? And Cobby says, Andy, honestly, can you say you're not worried about Sane leaving? Mate, if somebody wants to leave, they want to leave. I've always said it, Would I like him to stay? Absolutely. Am I bothered if he was to leave? Of course I am. But I'd rather have somebody who is, let's face it, played a lot of games lately on the bench, not really contributed a great deal in the last couple of months. Now, if that's an attitude problem, I'd rather not have the attitude problem around the team because it creates, it festers. It's like a tumour. So you don't want that type of thing around there. And it's a shame because Sane, like Pep has always said, he's got everything going for him to be the best player in world football. But it takes more than that. You look at Messi and you look at Ronaldo, it takes far more than just God-given ability. And what you don't want is, problems around the squad. And if he is causing problems around the squad, then Pep's not going to stand for it, and neither should he. And that's as simple as that. Bite the bullet and on we move. Forzan said Bruno Fernandes would be a luxury buy. He isn't needed. Well, it looks like Bruno Fernandes, we are in absolute pole position for him. And the rumours are, we're reading rumours today, that what City are going to do is, if you remember that kid that we signed alongside Gabriel Jesus, Moreno. Now, Moreno was actually touted as a better prospect than Jesus by Tim Vickery, the South American correspondent. And we spoke about Moreno a few months ago. He sort of went out on loan and he's been around. He's been at Deportivo La Coruña, Girona, Flamengo, and it just hasn't worked out for him. But Portuguese media are now saying that Moreno is going to be part of the Bruno Fernandes deal. Now, the problem being is that, it's no real problem, but City wanted something like a 30 to 50% sell-on clause put in the contract. They're looking for a 10 to 15% sell-on clause. So what they might do is rather than have that, just buy him straight out for 3 million. I think we paid about 6 million for him. So they're going to pay the 3 million to get Moreno in at Sporting. And City will be able to buy Bruno Fernandes for around about 53 million euros. So what they'll do is, here's Moreno, give us 50 million euro on Moreno, and a deal will be done. The only sort of next thing around that is trying to just sort out sort of the two separate deals and whether it's going to be one. But the signs are, it looks like it's going to be done. So it looks like Bruno Fernandes is with City are in the absolute driving seat for Bruno Fernandes. So do we need him? As it stands at the moment, possibly not. But you've also got to bear in mind that Gundogan could potentially go. We are looking at a defensive midfield player to replace Fernandinho at some point. David Silva's probably only got 1 more year left on his contract, so we need somebody in that attacking sense because Phil Foden's going to come into the fold at some point. So it makes sense if we are selling these players. Have you ever watched the Anfield Agenda to watch along YouTube with slagging us off? I watched it last night, mate. Somebody on here actually posted something to me saying they were slagging somebody was slagging us off, blah, blah, blah. I mean, let's face it, it's all a bit of banter. It's, you know, let's not go overboard on it. But I wanted to know whether they were slagging City off or slagging me off or the channel off or something, because that's a little bit different. So, you know, I've never done anything to them. I have never seen the Anfield gender in my life. And they pointed me in the direction. And what they were basically saying was that the guy who we did the Leicester City video with, he was slagging us off. Now, I took that to mean he was slagging Man City Fan TV off, and I'm thinking, well, that's a bit odd considering we're giving you an opportunity to come on our channel yeah, boost your sort of low sort of subscriber level numbers and give you an opportunity. And we thought, you know, we'd not asked anything outrageous or anything like that. So I went over there, and I'd missed the sort of live chat along thing or whatever it is that we're doing. So I went on 10 minutes later and they were chatting. And I was looking for any of these comments, and just to see, was it about us or was it about, you know, City in general and things like that. Because I thought it was quite weird that somebody who's running a Leicester City fan channel is being a moderator for a Liverpool fan channel. It's like, it's a bit bizarre. But anyway, I looked on there. Andrew Robson, I'm from Anfield, January. Well, there you go. You'll know that last night. You should know it if you look back on the comments. I went on there and suddenly the guy who, I don't know who he is, was going on and on about Liverpool and things. And I just posted a simple thing that says, it's still in our hands, and if we do win it, it's going to make it even more unbearable if it goes to the last game. Suddenly, I was put in a timeout, and I'm thinking, what, I'm getting put in a timeout for saying that? So I waited for the timeout, and then I went back, and then I said to the guy who was presenting, why have you put me in a timeout for asking that, for making that statement? And he said, I haven't put, Man City Fan TV, I haven't put you in a timeout. It must have been one of the moderators. So I looked and suddenly saw about 20 moderators. And I said, God, are all the people who chat on here moderators? You know, blah, blah, blah. And then he went into this crazy rant about trolling and this, that, and the other. Now, in the meantime, I've got our channel open in the background, and I'm getting messages coming through with a right load of abuse from, I'm assuming, people who are following what they're called, Anfield Agenda. So I had to remove them immediately because they were quite abusive on there. And I thought, who's trolling who here? I just came on and simply stated that it's in our hands, and we are, it's going to be unbearable for you if we win the last two games and you basically lose by a point. And suddenly I'm timed out and this, that, and the other. And then suddenly he's going on this fucking stupid front. I couldn't understand half what he was saying, but he was going on about, you know, trolling this and Manchester City Fan TV and blah, blah. And it was like, what are you talking about? So I just posted on there, hey, listen, if you want to chat, let's go for it. Let's have a chat. And then he went on about something else, and in the end I just thought, I get bored. He was just repeating himself over and over and over and over, same things for about 5 minutes. I thought, I'm bored, I'm going to bed. If it was anything worthwhile watching, I would have stayed and watched it just to have a laugh. But it was garbage. It was like 5 minutes of just the same thing over and over and over again. Over and over again, and I just thought, oh, well, if he's not replying to me, and he said, I don't know what he said me or a steam company, if you want to come on here, I'll put you down, and all this type of thing. And I'm thinking, mate, I'm only guessing. Maybe I need to go back and look at his videos or something. I don't even know what his name is, or because I'm sure he probably, if he's doing these watch-along, he doesn't go to games, so you know, we're too busy to do match-alongs, because I want to watch the match if I'm not at a game. And most of the games I'm at anyway. So, anyway, it is what it is. If it's a little bit of banter, that's fine, absolutely fine. But, you know, don't block people for having a bit of banter. We don't block people on here. We only block them if they're rude or they're nasty to somebody else on the channel or they're abusive. So, yeah, sounds yeah, I don't know, a bit of a strange bloke. But anyway, let's have a look here. Hi, Andy. Hi, Solar Tarsus. Jaden. Man City will win the league. Come on, City. Absolutely. Alice, just give us delete. Alice just gives delete. Yeah. Well, delete today. The rumours are that There's it's hit a major stumbling block with the Barcelona pursuit of him, and basically what they're saying is that City are definitely set to rival Barcelona to make the Ligt as our number 1 signing. So the only problem being is that they believe, the rumours are, they believe that City are in the driving seat for Ligt, but the only problem is going to be Mino Raiola. Now, as we know, the agent of Ligt, Mino Raiola, him and Pep don't seem to get on whatsoever, and haven't done. I think it all came about because of the Zlatan Ibrahimovic transfer from Barcelona when Pep sold him. So that's going to be a bit of a stumbling block, but you know, with agents, if it comes down to this, they're not interested. They'll soon sort of put one thing to a side if he thinks he's going to make some money. So the rumours are Ligt is going to be around about £60 million sterling, maybe 65 million euros. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Gunnels, Chesed, Chris Welch, Gunnell, mate, I'm going to put you in a timeout there, mate, because yes, I appreciate you're on Man City Fan TV, but we're not having things like that on the channel, please, mate. If we can't banter, you know, it shows a lack of intelligence. So we don't need to name call. If we can't banter like proper fans, then what is the point? You know, what is the point in coming on here, or what is the point on us going and talking to other opposition fans? And it's pointless. Now wrong with a bit of banter, but let's not name call and things. It's a bit childish. Yes, Andy, you tell them. Thank you, Alice Flowers. Yes, you can have our delete. Thank you very much. We'd love him, Alice Flowers. Nigel, he's banned me for saying, do you need to swear so much? Is it necessary? Who's banned you? I don't know, mate. Swearing is one thing, but on here, you've got to keep it down. You know, that's the thing, Nigel, is we don't know the ages of people who are looking on here. We can't sort of profile every single person. So we've got to be careful with language. That's the only thing we've always asked when it comes on here. Just be careful with some of the language that you use. Otherwise, we'll have to put you in a timeout. We don't want to do stuff like that, and we don't do it just for the sake of it. And the Anfield Gender are a bad lot. I don't know them, mate. I've no idea. I didn't even know who they were. I'll be honest with you. I had absolutely no idea who they were. Never heard of them in my life until somebody on here pointed me in the direction of them. And even then, I couldn't find them. But then somebody came on and said, "No, here's a link." And I said, "Oh, well, that's finished." So I've no idea what it is that they're saying. And then I watched when the guy came back on, whoever he is, whatever he's called. Alice, be careful. I'm telling you right now, if we side delete, we're winning the UEFA Champions League. Top player, there's no doubt about it. Nigel, who do you support? LFC, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think Nigel's an LFC fan. But let's keep it to a bit of banter rather than, you know, having a go at each other, being offensive. There's absolutely no need. JJ Trey, he is Irish bald fella from Anfield General, is the same fella we're talking about. Yeah, he had a bald head, yeah. That's all I know of him. I've no idea who else he is. If Gundo doesn't leave and we sign this Bruno lad, what happens? Foden will be through next year. Don't worry about it. Remember, Kevin De Bruyne has been out. Gundogan's had to play a lot of games, so has David Silva. David Silva is going to be rotating next season. It's coming into his final year. Simon Benson, how are you? So Silva's going in. He's going to be heavily rotated next season, probably for Phil Foden. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Remember, it's not like we're just fighting for the Premier League. We'll be fighting again on four fronts. So, first surname says Bruno Fernandes is an unreal player. He does look special. Daniel Neerman, there is again some nonsense in the air. They're saying Pep will leave. Yeah, nonsense, garbage. Ignore it. That a couple of weeks ago, that rumour was going around, and it's just died a death. Julio Castaneda, most dangerous cult, Scientology, Liverpool fans. Definitely Liverpool fans, without a shadow of a doubt. Tony Fay, well done, Andy. No need for that. Sorry, Chris. Pep Guardiola is a genius of football. He is Alice Flowers. Daniel Neumann, Pep signed a new contract with Man City before the season began. Why should he sign a new? Exactly. It is garbage. Anfield Gen, banned me, Andy, for... Sorry. Missed that one. Banned me for complaining about the cussing. Well, I only went on for 5 minutes last night, and it was like F this, every sort of second, third word. And that, I swear like a trooper, but I certainly don't swear like a trooper on here. But each to their own. If people are quite happy to watch that type of stuff, then that's absolutely fine. It's each to their own. I'm no saint, trust me. But I just don't swear as much on here. It's that simple. Satnav do ID. Research shows that Otamendi and Danilo are leaving. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, does do, mate. We spoke about that yesterday and the day before. Personally, we need a real backup for Fernandinho, in my opinion. Great defence, absolutely. Yeah, which I'm still thinking about Rodri, but I still want Ndombele. Abdullah, I'm sorry for swearing, but Nigel chatting crap about the channel. Well, about what channel? I've not heard him say anything about this channel, but he was talking about somebody else's channel. I'm guessing, but ignore my spelling. Don't worry about it, mate. Nigel, I think you're the guy that accidentally got banned. Was that the same? Like I got accidentally? Did I get accidentally timed out for saying nothing last night? Blue Hearts and Aviator, do you have a City Air sock in your pack card? No, I don't, mate. Abdullah, next season we need to forget about domestic cups. No chance, absolutely. If we forget about those, what, the best we could do is a double? No way. All in. We've got a big enough squad, a great squad. Everything, domestic, and the main team will fight on for the Champions League and the Premier League. It was no accident. Anfield Jen said, right, you're banned just after I complained. There you go. Yeah, Bruno looks on YouTube, but then so does Pretty Crouch. Yeah, his stats are pretty bloody good, though. You've got to admit, JKUK. There was a guy that got banned with Nigel, and it was an accident. Daniel, do you think we'll sign Chilwell? Doubt it. Chris Welch is on. Hi, Andy. Don't know what the Gunnell said. Ignore him, mate. I was only bantering with him. He took it the wrong way. He didn't know I was bantering. I was just happy we won. That's all. Sorry, don't worry about it, mate. Huddersfield had just equalised. Wow, have they? Julio, that Pep to Juventus was on ESPN FC. Some Juve fanboy. Well, yeah, I would ignore that. Simply, do your kids go to games with you? Yes, whenever they can. But they're working at uni and things like that. But yeah, whenever they can, they go to the games. Sit till I die. They came to, Will did. He's been to Wembley last year. Will was at Wembley with me. This year, both of them came to Wembley for the Carabao Cup final. Do you think Liverpool's third goal was a free kick? No, was it a free kick? Andrew Robs, Andy, it was during the match reaction or watch along. It was the one after. I'd missed the match, mate. It was the one after they waited like 5-10 minutes and then it came up. It was on that one. Whatever you call that, I don't know. Andrew, I doubt there is another player in the history of the Premier who's made more attributes than Jamie Vardy. Very dangerous player. He'd love to play Roland Pantomime Villa. Oh yeah, without shadow of a doubt. Said it on the video yesterday. I did with LCFC Boyer. He's the danger man, and he has proven that against us in the past. I've been a generous support website for victims. Hey Chong, Sane in or out? Well, I hope he stays, but signs are not looking good. As far as Pep isn't going anywhere, he's a contract till 2021, most likely extend. Absolutely agree. Andy, any good tips on Start Football Channel chat? Love your show. What you need to do is contact us, mcfcfantv@gmail.com. So if you send us an email, mcfcfantv@gmail.com, if we can help you, we'll help you, mate. Simon Benson, I heard Chris Welch calls City, but it's just a bit of banter. Yeah, of course it's a bit of banter. I said that to LCFC Boyer. He was going on that he wanted, and I'm not going to use the language he used last night. He did send me late, 1 o'clock in the morning. He sent me some screenshots of what he actually said. That he wanted to give City fans a twatting or something, and excuse my language, but something like that. And it's one of those. My point was, don't come on our channel and we give you an opportunity, then go ahead and then sort of use that type of terminology and things like that. But anyway, it is what it is, and most of the time it's a bit of banter. Gotta go see Andrew Robertson. Brahim Diaz assists today for Real Madrid. Really? I know they're playing now, aren't they? Stephen Mullen. Will Klopp get manager of the season if they win nothing? No chance. Airborne Assassin, what's up, guys? How's it going? How are you? Get rid of Otamendi, Mahrez, Gundogan, Danilo, bring in Ligt, Bruno, and Ndombele, Sancho. Don't think we'll get Sancho back, but the others are quite happy with that. Scott Williams got a funny feeling with all the Sane stuff. Mahrez might start tomorrow. Who knows? And this is it. Who knows, Scott? Who knows about getting to the bottom of what's really happened and what hasn't? Has Messi been watching Leroy's free kicks? Yeah, he probably has. Hey, Chong, what do you think about Joao Felix, that young one from Brent? Well, we did that. Watch it tomorrow. Maybe you've just kicked in onto this channel, Chong, you're a little bit late. We watched back on the live vlogs we did yesterday and the day before. We spoke all about Joao Felix. Andrew, post-Pep, could you ever see Mancini back at City? No. Barry Kane, as a Liverpool fan, if City win the title, good on you. Been a great ride. I've enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying it. It's better than last season because it's close. Good luck, guys. Absolutely, Barry Kane. You know, it's Liverpool. You know, potentially going to get 97 points. The City could potentially get 98, and they could lose out by 1 point. I mean, it'd be heartbreaking for Liverpool fans. I know it will be. Yeah, what a season. And I mean, they both pushed each other tit for tat for the last 3 months. It's been incredible. I mean, you guys were, what, 7-8 points ahead at one point, and then City have come flying back. So even though you've only been beaten once this season, we've been ultra consistent in really big spells. So I'll email you, no problem, mate. Have a good day, guys, you too. How is everyone today? Hope you're all good. All of lots tomorrow. Good luck. No hard feelings. Been amazing. Title race. Andy, I don't like Liverpool fans. They're embarrassment apart from Chris Welch and Mark Welch. Each to their own. Adventure Moero. Hi, Andy. How are you? Yeah, I'm new to the channel. I haven't found any decent Man City fan channels, so this, so subscribe. Thank you very much for that. Go back and watch the live vlogs that we did yesterday, the day before, and we talked all about Joao Felix and everything else, that and his buyout clauses and everything else. Simon, Andrew Robson is okay. Mark Bowman, Sergio wants the golden boot, so expects 2 hat-tricks in the last 2 games. Hey, if he did that, you'd expect us to win the league. Blue Heart, that's an interesting point. Who do people fancy for manager after Pep? I'm going down the lines of maybe, you know, who knows? I've been saying about Arteta and Xavi potentially coming to Man City as a coach. But then you look at the Ajax coach and what he's done. Makes them play the right way. So who knows? It's in the distance. Let's not think about it just yet. Welcome Air. Enjoy, says Scott Williams. Julio says, if Liverpool lose by 1 point, will the league present the trophy at Anfield and hope no one notices it? Hey, after last night, you just never know. That's a cracker, Julio. Well done, mate. Abdullah, when the Govs smashed up the NF is the day I become a City fan. Vinny the Vegan, do you think the Dippers will attack Barcelona's team bus before the game? Hey, they might come all the way tomorrow night and smash up our team bus before the Leicester game. He said NBA dunks, would you rather swap Sane for Joao Felix? No, but it wouldn't surprise me if it happens, mate. Like I said, we talked about that yesterday. Bonus has Steam Company and Cheeseman, Great City Channel, Man City Fan TV, of course. Yeah, both good channels. Go over and subscribe to them. Especially Cheesy's vlogs are great after the games. Chris Baker here, and it needs to be loud tomorrow. Gutted, I'll be at work. It's way more stressful. Yeah. Sorry, you're not there, mate. That's a shame. Could have had a quick chat beforehand. But, yeah, it's going to be... at least we're there and we'll see what happens. Do you think there'll be City versus Liverpool playoff? No. Nigel, there was an interesting article of points, goal difference. Yeah, no. Won't happen. I would love a playoff between City and Liverpool smashed. Look, Chris, watch how you feel tomorrow's Andy, mate, about the game. I could hardly watch last night. Yeah, nervous. This is the game out of all of them. The last 4 that I've said on the channel before. I've always been pretty comfortable about the previous 4 games since Tottenham and United and Burnley. But tomorrow night's is the one that I think, you know, we're going to have to beat our game. The only saving grace is we're going all out. We've got 2 games to know whether we're the champions or not. We've had a week's rest. Something we've not had for a long time. And I think Pep will just be working on them. The guys are going to get 2-3. They've had 2-3 days rest this week, which is great. The email for the channel is mcfcfantv@gmail.com. So mcfcfantv@gmail.com. 4-1 City tomorrow. Aguero for a couple of goals. I did ask the question. You did say Leicester. Don't forget Crystal Palace away. That was that's what I mean. Sort of the four main games before tomorrow's. They were the ones people saying, "Oh, this is difficult one. This is difficult one. This is difficult one." So I'm nervous about this Monday's game. Yeah, I'm a little bit, but I'm confident that we have to go into the last two games basically and saying we should win both. We should do. If we don't, then really we don't deserve to win the league. It's that simple. So we'll go all out tomorrow. Pep will have them fired up. He'll have them ready. The good thing is it's at the Etihad and not at the King Power. So let's just wait and see. It's going to be a great game. Hope the atmosphere is amazing. Last few minutes we've got. Right, we've got a couple of minutes to go, then I've got to go. I'm worried about Wolves on final day. Well, that's the one that I keep saying. I've always said about Liverpool. That is the one, even though I think you're at home, aren't you? That is the one that I think, Wolves are absolutely on fire. Are you going tomorrow? Of course I am, mate. Go to every home game and as many away games and European games as I can. So, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. I feel Leicester will park the bus and hit us on the counter. We have quality enough. That's going to potentially be, we're going to have to be very, very careful on that. No Salah against Wolves. No, he'll be back. I don't think there's any issues with him. He'll be fit. Doesn't seem to be any concussion and things like that. So, I want all Liverpool's best players to play. I don't want any of them out, because then there's no excuses, Nobody can come back and say, yeah, but, it's like us. I wouldn't go if we go for the next two games without Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandinho. I won't go, yeah, but we lost out on Fernandinho. We lost out on Fernandinho, and that's not at all. The best team will win it. That's what we've got squads for. So I want Liverpool to be at their strongest. And then they play Barcelona, and then they play Wolves. So it's over to City. We need Sane to start tomorrow, says Will Davis. Liverpool always have an excuse. There's no excuses. We beat them this season. Salah only went off with a twisted... Salah only went off with a twisted handbag. That's the funniest comment I've ever heard today. Well done for that one. You think Mo's out for the season? No chance. He'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. He'll probably play against Barcelona. Leicester will play for the counter-attack. That's the only reason I'd leave Vinny on. Maybe, Chris, yeah, said it yesterday. That's the worry with Vinny's pace, and he likes to dive in, and if he misses something and Vardy's through, do we play Stones? Just heard the government are reducing the use of plastics. Does that mean empty seats? No, and that's us, isn't it, apparently, according to certain people. That plastic, it's amazing. You know what always amazes me? And I'm going to say this before I finish. It always amazes me that you rarely get, and I interact on Twitter an awful lot, and I interact with a lot of fans on here. You rarely get when you see Twitter sort of people that are in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. You rarely ever hear any of the people on Twitter who actually go to games. They're there at games and support their team and everything else. You rarely ever hear them use anything like, I'm talking about opposition fans. You rarely ever hear them use the word plastics and empty seats, and it's these kids, it's these kids who probably don't go to games, hide behind this sort of, avatar, and then they use this terminology like plastic. And it's like, I'm not just calling out LCFC Boyer, the guy who did the video yesterday, but he turned around and said about, going something or other, these plastic twats of Man City or something on Monday night and blah, 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 blah. Now, he looks only a kid. And I know he has been to some Leicester games, but I don't know whether he's going to the Leicester game, City game tomorrow or not. I'm not sure. But he used the terminology plastic, and it was like, straight away I was thinking, have you not read any sort of anything like the Barclays Premier League? Barclays did a survey on fan bases last year, and they did this massive in-depth study that took months and months and months to do. And what they found that the team that has the most fans from a 25 to 45-year-old age bracket that have been following their team for 25 years or more, number one is Manchester City fans. And yet they come up with this plastic terminology, and it's like, your argument is just completely null and void and makes you look absolutely pathetic by using that terminology. So I can only think it's a child's thing, it's a kids thing that they come up with and use this term plastic, and you think, well, hold on a minute, we're number one. We are number one of fans between 25 and 45 that have been following their team for more than 25 years. That's fact. That is absolute fact from Barclays and the Premier League survey that they did. Now, Liverpool, United, and somebody else weren't even in. I think there was something like 5th and 8th or 9th or something like that, and yet City were number one. So, when they make this thing, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt and just look at it and think, the kids, they probably hardly go to the games themselves. They hide behind this, thing, this word, and they really don't understand, the whole term and why they're using it. It's just because they've heard somebody else use it, and so yeah, it just what it does is, rather than having a proper debate about facts and figures and things like that, that's what made me laugh with that guy who was going on about the Anfield agenda or whatever it's called last night, and he was going, I'll destroy them to come on here, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I'll give you about 10 facts that you wouldn't even be able to argue with. Simple as that. But hey, that's the generation. Now, whether he's doing that for clickbait, he probably is, because he wants to get his, I don't know, do whatever he does, and that's fair enough to the kid or guy or whatever he is. I don't even know him. So anyway, I've got a couple of minutes left and I'm going. So any video out there? No video, mate. About Pep and Sane. We got an average attendance of 54,000 this season, and they say we can't sell out. Well, we actually, I think the figures that came out in March, I think they were. Don't quote me on this, but I think City and Liverpool last season both had a 98.1% average attendance. This season, City have gone to 98.3 and Liverpool went to 97.9. So Liverpool have dropped, City have gone up. They're statistics, real facts, not speculation or opinions. So but there have been games where we've had huge amounts of empty seats, where quite rightly people have just said, I can't afford to go to 4 games in 10 days. 11 days, I can't afford to do that. So they had to pick and choose. Do you like Steam Company? I don't know him, mate. Airborne Rags Drawing, are they? What stand do you sit in? I'm in 316, mate. I was just sitting in the Colin Bell, but I was sitting in the East stand. No, we're 316 at the top in the South stand, right behind the goal. Brilliant views, absolutely brilliant views. About three blocks away from the away fans. See you later, mate. I have to go. No probs, mate. Transfer news, just gave it earlier, Owen, where we talked about the transfer news earlier at the beginning. We were speaking about Bruno Fernandes and Marlos Moreno going in a swap deal with Sporting. What does it matter if he likes Steam Company or not? Have you met Daryl? Daryl who? Give me a clue, mate. Hussein, Ketin, hello, how are you, mate? You've come a bit late, but don't forget, you can watch this video back. It'll be on our channel in about 10-15 minutes. I bloody love sitting next to the away fans. Yep, it's great, mate. Hi all, sorry I'm late to the party. Don't worry about it, rub it on Blondie. You can watch it back because we're going now. Barry Kane, we don't win the titles because you guys beat us. Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah. Yeah, no, I wish you had met her. 3-1 City tomorrow, Airborne Assassin. Go on then. Last 30 seconds. Give me your score predictions for tomorrow. I'll watch it back, mate. No worries. Thank you very much. Is Raymond at the match with you? Going live from the stadium? No, Ray's in Newcastle. That's why I'm doing all the vlogs again, because Ray's had to go to Newcastle. He's working, doing some charity functions up there. So I'll be there tomorrow. One of the guys who comes on here, Brad Niblock. We've given Brad a free ticket to come and sit with me, so I'll be sat with Brad Niblock tomorrow. I'll meet him outside the ground, so he's coming down from the Lake District, and he's going to sit with Man City Fan TV. We'll have a chat with him and get it on our channel. So yeah, I'll be going live from the stadium tomorrow. I'll do a live vlog when I get there. It'll probably be around about 4 tomorrow, 4:30. And I'll do a live vlog from the car park like I normally do. Then I'll go and do my usual stuff, get my program, go and sit down, have a read of it, and then I'll do some live vlogging and interviewing from the stadium. So I'll do that tomorrow. So keep in touch. I'm going to meet up with Julie, who's bringing along the hats. You know, the ones crocheting the hats. She's going to come along and give me the hats. So she's done one for me and Ray, and she's also given 2 extras. Then we're going to give them out as a prize on Man City Fan TV at the end of the season. So we'll post them to you wherever you are. I want my... You'll have to get into competition. I don't know what we're going to do for it yet, but we'll do something. And yeah. So anyway, guys, listen, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. I've got to go because people are starting to come in. I can see cars coming. So anyway, take care, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, click notification. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, City.